Oh yeah! Buddy Brooks checking in from the dungeon. Checking in from the dungeon from my buddy Craig. He's asking what's in my pack. And, man, I remember looking at a lot of YouTube videos and people talking about their packs. So I guess I'll go over what's in my pack. Kind of helps me remember what's in my pack. So I guess, first of all, like, the thing's got to fit. You got to kind of make sure she straps on in there real good and she's good and watertight, and you can get some stuff hung on her, like these shoes. Lots of times when I walk long distance beaches, I might be barefoot for a while and like have my shoes kind of strapped up here, or you might want to be my little fishing accessory pack, wherever that thing is. I strap that up there now and then, or maybe you just got some extra stuff to strap up there. So it's nice to have a pack that you can like strap things to and secure, and they actually stay secure. That said, going into the pack, this particular pack happens to be good pair of shoes, by the way. I mean, a lot of hikers are wearing like lightweight tennis shoes. I like to wear, I don't know, something I'm not going to fall on my ass as easy with, but whatever, shoes. Gotta have them. Most people want them. But getting back to the pack, this is I like ULA. They're just kind of who's been good at helping me out. But this happens to be their suspension, and then the backpack itself, the bag, the dry bag, or whatever you're carrying in the thing, is separate. So it's pretty good suspension compared to some of the packs. Like when I first started, some of them, like Kelpie, had a nice little more back support. Osprey might have some things. They all got their things, but this is a good, well-known company for like hiking a lot. And I do like Hobo-Style, town to town, walkabouts. I'm not like going into the Arctic. So going on mountaineering to Everest or into the Arctic or crossing the Sahara, you might want to start researching that somewhere else. But this is good for almost everywhere. And it's got some features like your socks or whatever's drying, your undies. Something's wet, you gotta, you can kind of strap it in there, and the mesh thing's good for that. I got I always carry a watch. It's good to have in case you're negotiating a bus system or run out of power. You don't want to waste your phone. You want to be able to see what time it is. Good for urban stuff. But, the bottoms to my zip-off flexible stretch pants, Prana. I've been going through the different pants, shirts, clothes a lot lately, and researching them. Wool socks, wool shirt, merino wool. I get into that. People talk forever on this stuff. I don't want to be one of them. But you got to have stuff that kind of works. Like the wool, it doesn't smell. Like this happens to be a synthetic one I've been testing. Rab makes them both, and super, super light, packable. Could be a little longer, but it smells like, not mean like it smells from you, like I thought there's dead mice in my bag or something. It smells fine now, but just when you leave it packed in your bag, it smells like dead mouse. I don't know, I looked all over. Where's the dead mice? I don't know. But yeah, the Rab merino wools work great. You give up a little more money for the wool, but it doesn't. I tested it in like Florida, walk like miles in the hot sun for days on end. It doesn't smell too bad, at least to me. But yeah, getting back to this pack. So, pack I have breaks away from the suspension, and then I got, whatever I want to carry. So in theory, this could carry a kid or firewood or whatever. And, you know, everything has its disadvantages. It takes a little bit to line up the backpack bag into the suspension sometimes. There's a bladder here. You know, you can stick your water bladder there. There's, you know, it's got some stuff on it that works. It kind of breaks apart. The frame breaks apart pretty easy. There's some metal pieces go down here. I kind of, you can, like, I got a little waterproof bag in here with my, I don't know, my passports in there, my passport and working papers and different things like that. You know, you can stick your maps and stuff down there. I got a couple carbon fiber tent stakes in here that, just because I go to airports now and then, you're not allowed technically. I tried plastic tent stakes, they suck. Metal ones, I don't want to get thrown in jail for up to 5 years or $250,000 of fines because I brought a tent stake. So I'm trying carbon fiber. They've been working all right. I got 2 of them for my hammock. But anyway, oh man, trying to keep this thing short. Get into this, and it's a few parts. I got my, I always got a hooded sweatshirt. This North Face Canyons is the best warmth to weight ratio. Always got it. Sometimes I always even got a little light, or I always got have a headband. Since this is my summer one, it's a little small, lighter weight. I just got this lightweight headband for when it's cooler out, or I just want to look cool or be patriotic like I had to. Got to go out on a little film shoot. They wanted us being patriotic. But I got another one that's like a couple sizes bigger, and it's good for the winter. You got to put it on over, or, you know, you just want to be camouflage or whatever, a little more gray. But same one, the North Face Canyons. It's, you know, I just been narrowing them down, trying to, I got a bunch of different ones over there, and this is just what I use. Usually at the bottom of this pack, I got these water shoes. They're like super lightweight. A lot of places I end up, I'm like a sissy. I don't want to step on a broken beer bottle, or the water is real cold. I don't want to cut my feet on the rocks. So they're super lightweight. Some of these can get kind of heavy. You got to pay attention to them. Some people say maybe they don't want that in their bag. It's too much extra, but I got them all the time. And then my rain gear, just cheap plastic frog togs. That's, a lot of people love frog togs. Got the top and the bottom. It adds another layer. You're up in the mountain. You got to cut down the wind, stay warmer. Got the frog togs. It's pouring rain. You don't get wet. Then we break up our shelter. Got a hammock. This little bag's got a hammock and a tarp, not an expensive tarp, Yukon Outfitters tarp, just 4 points, 2 to the tree, 2 to the ground, then the hammock. Running some super skinny strings to hang the hammock from, slotted strings. A lot of people use the traditional nylon straps, which are fine. Or you can use a tent, you can use a bivy sack, but you might want to at least have a tarp for shelter. You know, a lot of people get a little too light. You know, if you're hiking out there, you might, or if you're anywhere, I mean, you might want something to shelter yourself, at least a tarp. So there's that. That's my shelter. Hammock, tarp, couple strings, I got a couple stakes in that bag. Usually I never use them. Just run it out to a log or a rock, to the tree, whatever. It's quick. I figured it out how to make things quick. Could do it in the middle of the night. Real quick. Let's get this sucker out of here. Then we got my breakaway bag. It breaks away. We'll go over this. That's the most stuff in that thing. Sleeping bag. I'm almost doing away with sleeping bags. I mean, your clothes ought to keep you warm, but this happens to be a custom quilt by Wilderness Logics. It's $900 filled down. I paid a couple $100. They custom made it. It's in this compressor sack. It'll compress a lot more. I got a bad rib. I fell out of a tree, man. Oh, hit the ground. The tree fell on me. Trying to chainsaw some things. Probably shouldn't have had a couple beers. No, I don't know. but it'll compress a lot. But this is it. I just kind of, everything in the bag kind of weighs it down. How you pack your stuff, you know, that's kind of important. But if not that, the military lightweight patrol bag is a good bag. It's just a synthetic used military thing. Most of the military stuff is no good for this kind of stuff, but that bag is good. And then here I got a very well insulated sleep pad. Very important, I think. It's got down in it so it inflates with this bag, but there's some synthetic ones that Climate makes a good one. This is an X-Ped. It's got a mummy shape to it. So that mummy shape really, for me and my hammock, it kind of gives me a system. I mean, different hammockers do different things, different campers do different things, but hey, I can throw this on somebody's floor, wake up around a bunch of beer cans and pieces of pizza. I can, you know, if nobody's got room in the motel, I can pitch this out, pitch it straight on the ground. I can float on it. I can do a lot with it. Of course, it's got an extra waterproof bag that blows it up. But, you know, a lot of campers, I mean, you like laying on the ground. I mean, I've even cut this stuff into like wings for the really cold to kind of put around my arms in the hammock. But, you know, it's like $10 at Walmart, just a closed or you know, a foam sleeping pad. A lot of people, that's all they use. You see the big old pad strapped to the backpack. Getting down in this thing, just the bag itself, made by Z-Packs. Eventually I got down to where I've, you know, any dry bag will work. I used to use like, well, really anything will work, but I got to know the size, and I like my things to pack in the bag. So the shape and size, Z-Packs custom made for me. I got a winter one too that's bigger. I mean, it might be whatever, $100, but it's super light. Going into this, I guess before we go into this is the heart and soul, really. And this might be 2 videos, but you know, this suspension, I got a pocket here. You know, these are great having these accessory pockets. Sometimes this rides in my pants. I got my, you know, some of this will end up in your trousers. I got point and shoot camera. I got wires. You can't go without different wires. I got to have at least 3 wires to charge things. The charger plug has a couple openings for wires. Point and shoot camera. Sometimes you just can't keep your phone powered. You got to use your point and shoot. Then this one I got some tiny lights. No huge heavy metal flashlights I got. This happens to be a little headlamp. Walmart. Taped it around the outside to kind of help waterproof it. It's been working great. Had it in there a year. Spare battery. Charges things. Sunblock. Bug repellent. Pen. You wouldn't believe how many times you don't have a pen. An extra spare battery. Again, these, I mean, especially if you're doing some phone stuff or camera stuff. And that's, you know, besides, that's about it. Like I say, shove some maps. I got my passport and some different things. Working papers in there. Extra trash bag, whatever. This is really where everything's at. It's the breakaway bag. It's super light. This is a $5 Walmart thing. You could use different things here for this, but this is just what I use. I always got extra shades. $6 safety glasses. Not tinted too dark so you can see at night and during the day. Tums, heartburn, too many wings, too much pizza, too much beer. Extra chapstick, especially the West, it gets super dry. Chapstick. Teeny tiny phone adapter. extra pen. How many times I don't have a pen? Helps me remember what I have. And then an extra wire. You got to have a wire. So at least I lose everything. I got some way, or I just grab this bag real quick. I got ways to charge things, ways to protect myself. Chilies. I've tested wool pants, $100 things, different things. These are a women's extra large hot chilies. They actually work. I did last year a huge test on a bunch of these. They're what I started with, and they're what works the best. I don't know. I got the expensive everything, and those are what works. I usually carry shorts. I am looking. These are Nike. I love to be able to put my sunglasses down here when I'm going swimming, so they don't fall out like they do all the time. And nobody can figure out how to make zip shorts, but I think New Balance has some shorts out that zip. Underwear, I'm running good underwear, you know. You got it like these My Package. Now, these are the really nice ones. There's some other ones I got that aren't so nice. They dry super quick, and you can isolate your package as not to have blistered balls. This happens to be another Stance, which is more comfortable. It's got a bigger place for your package, you know, especially you got a bigger package, man. You know, it's hard. You're getting a little package into a small hole, you know, a little package, big hole, big package, small. I don't know, the hole for the package is not quite as big, but these don't dry quite as fast. They're more comfortable, the Stance. And both of these double up as swimming out in the open. You know, you don't got time to sift through your bag. You want to go for a quick dip. There's kids not that close to you. Hey, you know, they look like swimming trunks. I've walked distances with them on right through people. I don't care. Best socks, Vermont wool. An extra shirt. I like to keep an extra shirt nice. I can wear it out. I don't look like a bad hobo. This is a rab, just like this. Merino wool, just nicer. Sleep in it and wear it nicer places. I wear this one most of the time. You rinse them off at the gas station. Just wash them in the sink. Squeeze them. They dry pretty quick. Just throw them on the top of the pack. Food. I just go with these Cliff Bars. I do not know much about the whole camping stove astronaut meal thing. I eat a bunch of food in the town and then I keep walking. But I got these Cliff Bars so far. I got some of those vitamin C things you can, Energy C or whatever you put into your water. Extra water bladder. Go somewhere far out, you can fill it with water. Las Vegas, Red Rock Canyon, wherever. Where there's no water sources, you can weigh yourself down with a bunch of extra water. Extra baggie. This is a medical kit. Water, looks like wherever I was using this breakaway bag. I had an extra water, but usually I have some sort of extra water container. I usually only carry one on my pack, and it straps in there pretty good. I got these water carriers or rubber shot cords this water bottle is really nice. It's got this chamfer. The shot cord goes right on it. You walk with it. But I do like having an empty water bottle in the pack if I'm going decent. Sock bag. I got some super thin socks here. I mean, like I say, these are the best ones I've found so far, but these are pretty decent, smart wool, thin little socks. The crank. I found I needed one of these once, but I just couldn't get picked up, couldn't get any power to my phone. Nothing. I'm sure people can do solar. It's got a battery on its own. I keep charged all the time, and if it and everything else runs out, I got the crank. I can crank some power into something. And I'm experimenting with cranks that have radios. But I just haven't found a really great crank. Like this one cranks pretty good, but the battery isn't as big as that one, and it doesn't play the songs. And I got a nice one over there that I thought it was going to be the crank, and I dropped it from just like this high, and it ruined it. It doesn't play FM radio anymore, but you got to have some way to charge some things up. So the medical kit, sure this is taking forever, but got my razor, little tooth. I just use the soap for shaving cream, floss, toothbrush, toothpaste, a little lotion for whatever you want to do with that. Shit kit. This happens to have a lighter in it because I don't know, on a bus or something, but you're not allowed to take, I guess, lighters or matches. That used to have my matches. It's all waterproof. Little container, but you know, I run wet wipes for wiping stuff off and some extra napkins, but most of the time I figure out places to go and it's not too bad. Actual bathrooms. Then I got a water filter, Sawyer mini filter. This is the best I've found. I just put the straw on it and drink out of my water bottle like a straw. If I'm by a water source, I just drink as much as I can, and then I load up my water bottle. I bloat myself like a camel. Because, hey, I don't know where I'm getting the next one. Maybe somebody'd argue against that. Little, looks like an extra shit kit. Wipes. I do that sometimes so I have plenty of bags. You know, you don't want to leave your toilet paper and crap around, you know. Be an asshole. Let somebody else find it. Compass. That's an extra compass. Usually I got just a little compass in my pocket, and it's got a little tiny light. And then I have that little headlamp for backup light. But I did notice I got to use a headlamp once in Hawaii. It was just too rough to get down holding the lamp. So the little dollar Walmart headlamp. I got other ones, but that's it. Backup compass. Urban navigation, man. You're in a city. Just having a compass. I don't know. The outdoors, I haven't even used a compass hardly. Has a patch kit for my blow-up mat. Getting to the bottom. This thing I've never used. It's a pack towel. Just looking at it, I'll probably just eliminate it, but who knows. A little tiny clipper for ingrown toenails, or you're probably not allowed to take the son of a gun on an airplane, but I do. I don't know. Then a mosquito net. I can't say I've used it much, but when you need it, man. Man, when you need it, it's nice. They're not all over you. So, hat. Good lightweight little hat. Got this here hat at the Salvation Army or the Goodwill, $2. Good pants that stretch, zip off. Wool. I got nice looking wool mid-layer. Mid-layers, like, this is the best one I got. You know, you got your hooded sweatshirt. You're going up a little higher, a little colder. You're not just doing beach walking in the summer. It's a fleece. It's lightweight. It compacts. It's got a lot of pockets on it. It's the best one I got. The zippers are finally going bad. But I've got this now. It's a smart wool. Nice, just a nice looking blue wool shirt for mid-layer. And I've got this one I've been playing. This is a wool used, $20 online. Pendleton. Real nice shirts. And it's woven, so maybe the bugs won't bite through it easy. You know, summer. I don't know. I've been mixing it up, trying that. Other than that, you know, your first aid kit. I really downsized my first aid kit. I mean, you can only do so much. Maybe if you got fishing line or something, you can stitch something up, but your dental floss or something, think outside the box there. But I got blood clotting agent. That's something that probably you'd buy separate from a normal first aid kit, and then some bandages, band-aids, gauze. I don't know. A little bit of all that, but what you gonna do when you're out there? You just don't get hurt, you know. Other than that, I'm sure this took forever. Over and out. Oh yeah! Look at all that junk.